I am here with Sean and Jesse from Vulkan Lokring, and we're here just to talk about some stuff. So, how you guys doing today?
Good, man. How are you?
Doing
Doing great.
well.
I'm great, Jason.
Sean, good to see you. Good to
Excellent,
have you on
excellent.
here.
Good to see you, bud.
Yeah. So, we kind of got some free time today. What do you guys want to talk about? We could talk tech stuff. We could talk training. We can talk items. I mean, you guys have some really cool products. Tell us. I tell you what, Jesse. Why don't you start off? Tell us a little bit about Vulcan Lock Ring and what you guys do and what you have.
Yeah, Jason. Thanks for having us. Today, we just kind of wanted to get together and talk about the Vulkan Lokring knowledge base and kind of what it means for technicians, how they can use this tool in order to help themselves out and be a little bit more successful in the field. Because
Hmm.
we know that with any kind of skilled craft or trade, there's a lot of practice you've got to put into that. So the whole point of the knowledge base is just to give technicians the ability to go out and be a little bit more successful. So we're just going to talk about that a little bit and how to use it.
That's cool. So a knowledge base.
Hmm.
That's really cool. So you guys do quite a bit of training for technicians. And what kind of technicians do you guys? Are you appliance, heating, and air? Tell me all the different industries that you guys are part of.
Yeah, so Vulcan Lokring. So for those of us who don't know, who are just tuning in, so Lokring is a tube joining system that is brace free or weld free for refrigeration systems. So this is really important for the average homeowner because the new refrigerant that is inside of the refrigerators inside of your kitchen actually contain flammable refrigerant. So what that means for me as a homeowner or other people as a homeowner, a technician might be walking into your home with a blowtorch to work on your refrigerator on a flammable gas. So that's something that gives me kind of the heebie-jeebies. I'm
Yeah.
not a big
Oh,
fan of that personally. So the really
oof.
great thing about Lockring is it actually gives technicians the ability to go in, safely work on a system, remove components, replace components, get your refrigerator working again without ever having an ignition point inside of your home.
Wow. That's pretty stinking important.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got a really long background. Our roots actually come from aerospace. Our original invention, we had two original applications. One was actually used on the B-1 bomber for its refrigeration lines.
Wow.
And then we made a really, really large single ring, which is the same similar product that we use in all of the factories to help OEMs join their tubes in the factories um, on the Saturn V rocket.
Ah,
So, I always
wow.
like the joke that if it's good enough for bombers and spaceships, it's probably good enough for your refrigerator, right?
Right? Wow, that's pretty impressive stuff. So I mean, this is some pretty high grade um, technical stuff that you're able to bring to a lower cost point for technicians.
Yeah,
Pretty impressive.
absolutely.
Sean,
So,
now what do you do there at Vulcan Lock Ring, Sean?
I assist Jesse with instructing and teaching classes and stuff, and I also deal. I think I have a tool here. So, like in the plants, like all the OEMs, this would be a. You've seen the lock press mini, so this is an actual plant tool that they use whenever the assembly lines going
Hmm.
down the line. So it snips on like that. Refrigerators are coming down the line. You have a tech that's constantly making joints with our single ring aspect. This is a single ring here. So I assist them mainly doing all the OEMs and stuff like that in the manufacturing plants.
Gotcha. That's pretty cool. So, industrial, residential. I mean, you guys sound like you got it covered quite well.
yeah, so we have four different applications that we actually do here. So our primary is OEM applications, so doing the stuff that Sean was just talking about.
Hmm.
So we do OEM joining, tube joining from anything from refrigerators to water heaters to pool heaters, all kinds of things.
That's
A
cool.
bunch of everyday items that you would never think about. Lockring is actually there.
Wow.
From there, we also do a service solution for those appliances, which is the market primarily that I work in and help out with. We also have our 50 series market, which is going to be larger industrial size stuff, HVAC. That market is primarily actually used by here in the United States by the Coast Guard and the United States Army. So
What?
we're approved for use aboard Coast Guard vessels. So we have a very heavy military background.
Yeah.
And then we also have a full automotive line as well for repair after like a car crash or something like that, as well as full customization.
Wow, that's incredible. I mean, so many different applications. A lot of our clients, over 40% are in the appliance world. So talk to me more about the appliance industry or the heating and air industry. Do you have anything for the plumbing industry?
Nope. So nothing for the plumbing industry. So we
So
are a gas
mainly,
connection only. Yeah.
so mainly appliance and even heating and air.
Yep.
Okay.
So our 00 connectors, which is going to be primarily everything that we're talking about today,
Mhm.
that's actually going to be rated up to 50 bar or 725 psi for our friends who don't know the metric system.
Yeah.
So that's actually going to get you through all excuse me, through all light commercial, or I'm sorry, all residential, and even into some light commercial like ice makers and stuff like that. So if you've got a
Okay.
small kitchen or something like that, local mom and pop restaurant, you might be able to go in and be a servicer for them now.
So bringing in a tool that has no flammable liquids or in any way can create a flame, right? That's pretty stinking important.
Right.
I'm sitting here thinking, a technician, let's just stick with appliance, right? An appliance technician coming in and getting into a house, he's working close to the floor, like on a compressor in a refrigerator, and he's got a torch trying to braze these lines. I mean, there's all kinds of possibilities that could go wrong there, right? And I
Yeah,
know there has
absolutely.
because you go look at videos on YouTube, they're there.
Yeah, they're
So
absolutely.
so your tool is great about getting rid of that flammable component and being able to uh, do this a lot safer, right? That my understanding, correct?
Absolutely, you're right on the money, Jason. So we always like to joke that in the Boy Scouts, they always teach us that there's three things you need to make a fire, right? So you need a
Hmm.
fuel source, you need oxygen, and you need an ignition point. So
Yeah,
what we do with Lockring is we just simply teach removing all of your ignition points that you possibly can. So a big thing also um, that we like to cover here is that we are also not here, as lock ringers, as we like to call ourselves. We're not here to take a torch away from anybody. And that's
yeah,
something that we want to make very, very clear. Uh, all of us come from a service background, either a owner background. We either owned our own businesses. We came from high level management. We're people leaders at our core. And at the end of the day, all of our biggest goal is making sure that our folks get home safe at the end of the day.
yeah,
That's a question I always like to start off, any of the trainings that I do whenever I'm talking with business owners, like, hey, what's your biggest goal in business? And mine always as a field service manager was making sure that the folks got home safe. So
yeah,
this tool, rather than just trying to think of like, oh, they want to take our torch away from us, we're just simply trying to give experts or technicians another tool that they can put into their tool bag to get that done.
yeah.
Um, there's a lot of other tools and resources and everything that we give away for free again on the knowledge base, which we're going to pop up a QR code here shortly for. Um, but we've got a ton of information in there where it's just you can go in and learn how to work with R600A safely. So R600A, it's the new refrigerant that's inside of the refrigerators that is flammable.
Hmm.
Um, so we just want people to be safe about everything that they're doing. So yes, so that same exact website that we've got there, I've got a QR code here so people can scan it real quick if they would like on their cell
Ah,
phone.
I'll add that
So
real quick.
our
Scan that.
recommendation Yep, our recommendation is here once you've got this website scanned in on your phone or you've saved it on your web browser, just go ahead and save that in your bookmarks. That way
Okay,
you always have access to the most up-to-date information. So Sean and I are constantly in here creating new tech tips and trainings and just information about the catalog, everything that we can offer every single day.
that's
There's
good.
new updates that are happening all the time. So we just want people to be more successful and get all of the content that they can. Talking about successfulness and being trained and all of that, we also do offer training sessions here in Winter Haven, Florida, at
Oh,
our
wow.
manufacturing facilities. Yeah, so you can come to the plant where we make it all, learn kind of how we do it. It's a 2-day training session, so it costs $500 a person. We buy you lunch the first day. You're going to learn how to fully work with our 600A safely. So that's going to be coming in, fully evacuating and recharging your own refrigerator system, and then a full hands-on day portion of lockring. So you learn how to actually become a lockring master before you head out.
That's awesome. Yeah, and then utilize it, making homes safer, more comfortable.
And
I
not
like
only
it.
that, the great thing about with this training and that we're trying to give people is that a lot of the OEMs are actually going to be start moving back to 100% mandatory lock ring usage.
Wow.
So what this means is for those servicers who are doing in warranty work, they're going to be required to actually use this solution, to use this tube joining system in order to go out and work on R600A systems, which R600A, there's still a lot of the older style systems of the older refrigerant that is out there.
Yeah.
But those are going to become rarer and rarer as time goes on. R600, it is here to stay. It is the new refrigerant that's going to own the market. So technicians absolutely have to learn how to work on it.
That's pretty awesome. Jesse, Sean, lockringtech.vulcanusa.com is the website you want to go to check out more information. Do you guys have any trainings coming up anytime soon?
Yeah, we actually have trainings about once a month for the rest of the year, sometimes twice a month. If you
That's
go
pretty
onto the knowledge base there, we've got the full calendar, and then you can reach out to us to get signed up and get your spot saved. Well, we do only allow 6 students at a time to make sure
Yeah.
that you get the full hands-on experience that you need.
Very cool. And I know you guys are big in the appliance world. I've seen you guys at ASTI, at PSA. There's Encompass Day coming up. I know Encompass Day, I'll just roll this across here. Encompass Day is coming up. It's April 19th and 20th. And I know you guys will be there. Sean, you're going to be there as well. Jesse, you're going to be there. We both are going to be there.
Jesse will. I will not be there.
Ah, that's a bummer.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Jesse, we get to hang out again at Encompass Day. If you go to encompass.com and click on the training center, the icon right there, you can register. It's a free training brought to you by Encompass and Vulkan Lokring. I know you guys are a huge part. How many of the systems are you giving away at Encompass this year?
So we are actually going to be giving away a master kit as well as one admission into our 2-day training class. So there's going to be 2 chances to win from us as the sponsor. We're very, very excited to be coming to Encompass Day. Huge shout out to Encompass and to Regin Williams. Can't say
hashtag lean on your
lean
rep.
on your rep. Absolutely.
Make sure you get that in.
Yeah, right.
And of course, always excited to hang out with you, Jason.
Yeah.
Is Shane going to be there too, I imagine?
Shane and I will be there, and I will be making my world famous banana pudding moonshine pancakes. So
okay, they were a hit last year.
Ooh, save me one of those.
They were a big hit last year, so excited for those again.
Yeah. Once again, lockringtech.vulcanusa.com to find out more information about Vulkan Lokring, their systems, their training. Jesse, Sean, it's been great to talk more with you guys and learn more about Vulkan Lokring. A great product and just really revolutionizing the industry. It has been for quite a few years. So looking forward to working with you guys more in the future and having some fun.
Jason, thanks for you and all for office help. All you do for us, and thank you for having us on.
You bet. You bet. Thanks, guys. We'll see you soon.
Have a good one, Jason. Thanks, man.